Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm gonna give you my thoughts and feelings about the Hubert Hurkacz battle between him and Roger Federer, and of course Matteo Berrettini versus Felix Auger Aliassime. But first things first, big congratulations to Hubert Hurkacz, who played great tennis today. I'm gonna go into his performance, but first, a couple of words about Roger Federer, the Swiss maestro. It was not a fairy tale ending for him. It was the opposite here at Wimbledon, because I believe that this was the last time we seen him at Wimbledon. Maybe, I don't know, but it feels like this was the last match for him. It ended like in a Greek tragedy. He crashed out in straight sets. He fell in straight set against Hubert Hurkacz. And through his career, Roger Federer has provided and amazed many tennis lovers around the world. He has made million people follow tennis. He has delivered great, super high-octanic tennis that has mesmerized millions of people around the world, and probably many of the ATP Tour players on the tour today can say that Federer for sure is one of their role models, and that goes for Hubert Hurkacz, Federer has his role model. But today, when Hurkacz landed that match point on Federer's side of the court and Federer got defeated, it was a piece of history that went through my mind. And I remember, I am trying to and are gonna remember Roger Federer's good times, his magical moments here at Wimbledon, what he has done, what he has achieved, what he has given us tennis lover, the eye candy of watching him play that effortless first strike tennis, ultra aggressive with low margins of unforced errors. But today it ended, like I said, in a Greek tragic way. He lost for the 14th time here at Wimbledon. I think that when we sum up his Wimbledon career, because I believe that he won't be back next year, the numbers will land on 105 victories and 14 losses. So after losing to Jiří Novák, Evgeny Kafelnikov, Tim Henman, Mario Ancic, Rafael Nadal, and then Stakhovsky, Tsonga, Raonic, Kevin Anderson, Hubert Hurkacz, Tomas Berdych, and 3 times Novak Djokovic, of course. How can we forget that? Novak is the only guy that has beaten Roger more than once at Wimbledon. Those are the 14 guys that has 14 losses against these 11 guys. So great summary from this 8-time Wimbledon champion. Roger also lost 5 finals here, I believe. 3 against Novak, 1 against Nadal. 4 finals he has lost in 12 attempts and won 8 victories. It was the same like Pete Sampras got defeated in 2001. The crown switched head, and this time it had switched head long time ago. Novak is the king of Wimbledon. We all know that. Just look at his past records. But will he catch Roger's 8 titles? I don't know. It's fully possible if he wins. But anyway, Roger Federer lost 6-3, 7-5 after being up 3-0 in the second set. But the Polish dude, Hurkacz, fought back and leveled the match. When it went to tiebreak, Roger lost that crucial point at 3-2 when he approached the net and missed that easy forehand volley. And then he lost the set. And then something happened that only has happened 4 times before in his career. Roger Federer got bageled. He got bageled, my friends. Bageled for the 5th time in his 22-year-old career. The first time he got bageled, I think, was at least the 4 players that have bageled him before Hurkacz was Vince Vince Spadea, an American-Romanian guy, and then Byron Black, the South African guy that played mostly doubles. And then we have Patrick Rafter, who bageled Roger Federer. And then the latest bagel that Roger received from the clay court beast Nadal at that 2008 French Open final, where, in my honest opinion, Rafael Nadal gave Roger Federer a tennis lesson out of this world on clay, on how you play tennis on clay. That was the peak Nadal that defeated Roger. So those losses, together with every win that has won, 105 wins, sums up an amazing career here at Wimbledon. I'm doing this video. This is not a tribute video to Roger Federer. This is my feeling so far about this endless long career that he has had at Wimbledon. I don't believe that he will come back next year. So I just want to put out my feelings, because after all, I'm a fan of Roger Federer, but I'm not the biggest fan of Roger Federer. I like his effortless, first strike, ultra aggressive tennis style that I've mentioned. I love his shot making skills. I've seen many textbook shots by other players in the tennis book, but Roger has constantly upgraded that book with new shots, with new tricks, with new style. And he made tennis look so easy when he played at Wimbledon. That was the area that you could really see that he was suited for his game. And of course on hard court. But anyway, if he comes back next year, I won't be surprised. He still has a little bit of the level, but not title contender level, because today, how did Roger play? Roger, he was slow, he was shaky, he was mentally down. Look at the last set. His fighting spirit was blown away in the third set. Roger lost because Hurkacz was the better player. Hurkacz barely did unforced errors in this match. He barely made mistake. Roger's racket and his brain wasn't friendly in this match. Roger did 31 unforced errors and 34 winners. He landed 67% behind his first serve, and he won 67 points in his first serves, and low 33% behind his second serve. He couldn't take the advantage. But the Polish dude, Hubert Hurkacz, punished Roger's second serve. He returned superbly good. And of course, always breakpoint conversions. 1 out of 4, that makes it 25%. Roger didn't win enough point behind his second serve. His serve was blown away today. And his return, of course, on Hubert's first serve and second serve was not good also. Hubert won 79% behind his first serves and 56% behind his second serve. Did 36 winners and only 12 unforced errors. He gave away 12 points to Roger from his racket. And he converted 5 out of 16 unforced breakpoint conversions. So today, everything that Roger has in his game, deadly lethal game when he was in his prime, abandoned him. His serve abandoned him. His forehand abandoned him. And that together with the breakpoint conversions and poor serving, it was too much, because Roger's radar went kaput in this match. He tried in the second set. In the first set, he was not alert. He was not quick. He was not sharp enough to take a player like Hurkacz. Because after all, Roger Federer and Hubert Hurkacz, the age difference between them are 15 years. And today, we saw that. Hubert did a tremendous, great job at work today. He played flawless tennis. He played solid from the baseline. When he approached the net, he took his chances. He didn't do unnecessary mistakes, unforced errors that could have made Roger come back in this match. And he was clutch in the second set tiebreak. How many times have you seen Roger miss out clutch moments. How many times? This was one of them. So Hubert Hurkacz put up a great performance. He did 24 winners, but he did 36 winners and 12 unforced errors. Like I said, his serve was solid. He had low unforced errors number. He had depth in his ground stroke from both his backhand and forehand. He played tactical smart. He aimed for Roger Federer backhand. He just was the better player. End of story. No, I'm not gonna take anything away from Hubert Hurkacz. He was the better guy in this final. He deserved his semifinal spot. He has shown that he's not a one-hit wonder through this tournament. But before this tournament, Hurkacz has lost in the first round 6 straight times before Wimbledon. 2 of them won in grass court tournaments. He lost against Aliassime in Halle, I think, in round 1. And now he's gonna face Matteo Berrettini, who beat Aliassime. But Hurkacz, this tall Polish guy, he looks very calm and confident on court. This Masters victory at Miami has really put him on the map. But then he disappeared, and now he has coming back again. I don't know what's up with these inconsistent players all the time that comes and disappears. Look at Khachanov. He disappeared after his Paris Indoors final victory in 2018 against Novak Djokovic. Then he went to a quarterfinal at French Open, and then what has he really done since that? And today we have Hubert Hurkacz, who some people will... I have read that some people call him a nobody. Who is he? Where is he? From which ditch did he crawl up from? Hubert Hurkacz is a solid player. I thought always when I saw this guy has top 50 rank. He's like a top 50 ranked player, and that means you're good. It's not that you're average. He has won 3 titles in his career. I think I believe that he has won 2 titles this year, early in this year, and then of course that Miami Masters. But Hubert Hurkacz has showed he has beaten many great players through his career. So this was not an exception. He beat Roger Federer on his last verse of his career. A Roger Federer that was in decline, that are in decline, he didn't have no emergency escape exits today. Roger Federer, he really had to be there and play, otherwise he would have he was going home, and he played not that good, and he went home. He crashed out. So Hubert Hurkacz, fantastic job from him. What can we say more about Roger Federer? Because I want, so far in his career, when he loses like this. He plays terrible when he loses. He does a lot of unforced errors. He doesn't hit the ball clean like in his prime day. His forehand is a former self of itself. Today, Hurkacz, because he didn't play great against Manarin. He did an okay job against Gasquet. He did an okay job against Cameron Norrie. He did an okay performance in the 4th round match against Sonego. So the signals were always there. You could see that Roger was going to crash out sooner or later. But I believe that he was going to get through Hurkacz in maybe 4 sets, maybe a 5-set battle, like I said. But I thought that he was going to crash out maybe to Berrettini. Maybe he could have taken out Berrettini because he likes those heavy servers, Roger. He can dictate them. But when you play solid ground stroke tennis from the baseline, like Hurkacz did and does, you're not gonna go away. You're not gonna get out of free jail card from a guy that are in the prime of his career. So, like I said, I'm gonna make the last dot in that subject. The show must go on, and I'm gonna go into Berrettini versus Aliassime. He beat him 6-3, 5-7, 7-5, 6-3 in the 4th set tight battle, like I predicted. He landed 66% first serves. He won 76% behind his first serve and 50% of his second serves. He did 33 winners and 45 unforced errors. That's big difference between the winners number and unforced errors number. But he should be glad because Felix Aliassime did a lot of more unforced errors than him. Berrettini took care of 6 out of 14 breakpoint opportunities, and Aliassime landed 59% of his first serves, won 72% behind those first serves and 51% behind those second serves, did 24 winners and 41 unforced errors. So both of these players did a lot of unforced errors. Why did they do that? Because grass is a fast surfaces. None of them are consistent, reliable, resistant guys from the baseline. They like to end the points fast, but when they don't hit clean like they did today, they will have to trade duels. And when they trade duels, I'm not going to say they are unexperienced, but they couldn't keep up the pace. It's like their mind was one step ahead of their racket. So that's why both of them did a lot of unforced errors. And of course, the players on this fast surface of grass have trouble of finding time. And these guys didn't get the time they needed, and that's why they did a lot of unforced errors. All right. But all in all, what separated them guys in that match, because the service section number were almost similar, but one thing stood out from the stats, and that was the returning game. Berrettini returned much better. He won 43% in his returning game. And Aliassime showed what I said before, that he's not a great returner. He only won 25% of Berrettini's serve. And mostly the second serve, I will count that, because when Berrettini hits his first serve in, you are almost, it's almost over for you. He is one of those players that are best between point 1 to 5 to execute the point when you have the serve. When you have the ball in your hand and the racket in the other hand, and you're gonna serve. Berrettini is one of those finest executors when it comes to serving. So Berrettini played exactly like I predicted. He took out Felix. He dropped the set. Felix fought back in the second set. He was, I thought maybe Berrettini will choke because he was up 5-3, was serving at 3 match points, set points. He blew those away. I think it was 2. And then he got 3 more. No, it was 3 set points, I think. Aliassime managed to... no, it was 5-2. Then Aliassime managed to broke back. And then he had another 2 match points in Aliassime serve. And finally, on the 5th set point, he won the first set, the crucial first set. After that, they went toe-to-toe in the second set. And Aliassime broke Berrettini. And in the 5th set, the 3rd set, it was an also tight set. 7-5. Berrettini was the more clutch player and ended the set by playing superbly great tennis. In the 4th set, they were also even Steven in the first 4 games, but then the power from Berrettini was just too much, because I believe that Aliassime was a little bit tired since yesterday after the beating of Zverev 2 days ago. So I think that he was that was stuck in his legs. So Berrettini finally put the nail in the coffin and sailed away. And now he has done a better result than his previous best run here, which was the 4th round. He's playing the semifinal against who? Of course, Hubert Hurkacz. All right, folks. Now I'm going to go into the semifinal preview. The first is, of course, Novak Djokovic against Denis Shapovalov. They have met 7 times before. Novak has won 6 of them. The one that Shapovalov's only win was in an exhibition game. I don't really count those too much, but it's in the stats. So 6-1. And if you can remember the Paris Indoor Finals last year, where Novak Djokovic destroyed the poor Canadian, or was it the year before that? Anyway, it wasn't. I think it was in 2019, actually. Novak destroyed him and showed who's the better player. What can Shapo really do to bother Novak? Because Novak serves good. He returns like a machine. He has set the standard for the tennis level that is today. And I believe that Shapovalov won't reach that level. He will maybe keep one or extra set alive. And that I mean that he can take this match to a 4th set. only because he has a great serve. If he can keep his both first and second serve alive, he has a decent chance to actually take a set. Not like Hurkacz, who is a bad returner, bad second serve, bad shot selections, short balls. Shapovalov won't hit any short balls like Fucsovics did. Shapovalov will go for the trigger. He's a brave young man. He knows and likes to execute the point. So he will do one thing. Maybe he's the only of these four players that has one great assets that can put Novak out of rhythm, and that is take time from Novak. He can really take time from Novak with that serve, with that forehand, maybe the backhand. I believe that Novak is going to aim for Shapovalov's backhand. And of course, Novak, when he serves like this, I said many times, I've said 100 times, since he met Becker and Ivanisevic, something happened with his serve. Look at Becker, what he has done for him. He goes more for the spots. He doesn't have to put that necessary pace on the ball. He doesn't need to go for the ace. And since Shapovalov is he's an average returner, that is one of the areas that he needs to improve. Exactly like Roger's problem, the serve. He has the same problem. He has the same backhand returns problem. He has the poor breakpoint conversion ratio that is much lower than the average Denis Shapovalov. So Novak has so many flaws in Denis' game that he can take advantage of. And I believe that if let's say if Denis Shapovalov's serve works, then Novak will take advantage of his backhand or the returns, his poor returning. Novak have bunch of options to take out Denis Shapovalov, and that's why he's the most reliable player. That's why he's the most bankable player. That's why he's the most consistent player. That is the most. That's why he's the most scary player to face, because Novak Djokovic has also the mental toughness. He has experience. Shapovalov is a youngster in these occasions. This is for semifinal, but young and brave and nothing to lose mentality can take him far, but it won't take him to the final. I believe that Novak will sail away, maybe 3-0 or 3-1, 3 or 4 sets battle to Novak's favor. Novak has his eyes on the prize. It's not a government secret. He's here to collect that Wimbledon title. He's here to equal the Grand Slam title. Roger has crashed out. That it's not like Roger was a threat to Novak, but that gives him more boost. That Novak have always in his career, he has always been in the shadow of both Federer and Nadal, and he has started to prove that he has worked for years to prove that he's better than them, that he's equally as good as them, and that has made him more furious, more determined, more willing to suffer, because Novak can suffer from the baseline. We have seen all of those battles. Look at what he did at Tsitsipas at French Open. Look what he did at against the team in the Australian Open final 2020. Novak can suffer, but he's not a youngster. Shapovalov needs to go for the trigger. He needs to play Roger Federer tennis. He needs to go first strike tennis and hope and pray to God that the unforced errors number are lower than 30 unforced errors. Otherwise, he can pack his bag also. I book Novak in the final like I predicted. It will be in a great match between him. The matchup between him and Shapovalov will be a great battle. But Novak Djokovic is the better, stronger, and more solid dude. How can I go against Novak Djokovic? How can I? Am I stupid? No, I'm not. Am I realistic? Yes, I am. Does Shapovalov have a chance? Yes, he have a chance. But Novak is a heavyweighter. All right. And now on to the other semifinal between Hubert Hurkacz and Matteo Berrettini. They have met once Hurkacz won that battle, and that was in Miami 2019. And after that, I think he crashed out against Roger Federer, the Hurkacz, a Polish dude. All right, this is tricky. My gut feeling say Hurkacz will go through. My mind saying, looks what? What have you seen Berrettini do during this tournament? He has won 5 matches now. He has served tremendously good. He barely got broken. He has lost 2 sets on his way to the semifinal. Correct me if you're wrong. If I'm wrong, not you. So does Hubert Hurkacz stand a chance? Is Hubert Hurkacz a great returner? I think he's a solid returner. But he's a tall guy. If he can serve wide out, find the spots. I think because Aliassime is an athletic guy. He moves great on court. He has quick feet. Hubert Hurkacz is also an athletic guy, but not in the same sentence as Aliassime, as Monfils, for an example. So I believe that Berrettini's serve is not going to crack. He's going to still serve as good as done. He's going to execute the point with his forehand. He's going to try to slice down the ball with his backhand. He's going to approach the net when he has the chance. Hubert Hurkacz, on the other hand, is going to serve solid like he has done also, but not as great as Berrettini has done so far. He's in a semifinal. One of these guys is going to reach the final. None of them have nothing to lose. Both of them know how their opponent's weaknesses and knows what their opponent's weakness and strength are. I believe that Hubert Hurkacz has a decent chance of taking Berrettini out. The only one of the reasons, if Hurkacz is gonna take this match to his advantage and win, and if he's gonna win, he needs to put the ball in play. He needs both of them to trade. He will try to dictate and make both of them play long baseline rallies. That's a chance that they actually has. And if he can find a little hole in Berrettini's serve, he needs to take that chance immediately, hold his own serve, play consistent baseline tennis, cover his bases, trying to push the young Italian from corner to corner and hit the balls, his cross-court forehand with accurate and precision, and his backhand also with a lot of pace. He has to find the lines to push back Berrettini. And then maybe if I have a chance, he will attack and finish off some of the points, maybe 10% of the points at net. But if Berrettini returns good like he did today against Aliassime, then you have to compare. Does Felix Aliassime has a much better serve than Hurkacz? Yes, he has a much better first serve. Their second serve are almost equal. I'll give that edge also to Aliassime. So Berrettini he has a chance of taking his teeth into Hurkacz's second serve. Maybe the first serve also. But Berrettini, he moves great on court also. He has quick feet. He has a great court coverage. He has a better court coverage than the Polish guy, the Polish dude Hurkacz. But I believe that this match is going to be very tight. I have to choose one. Who's going to be? I don't know. I still haven't come up with a solution here who I'm going to choose. But all right, I will take Matteo Berrettini. I think that he deserved this spot because he came from a victory against a guy that put up much more effort than Hubert Hurkacz's opponent, Roger Federer. He was pale in this performance, Roger Federer. So I give my edge 52% to Berrettini and 48% to Hurkacz. And of course, I said Novak will win against Shapovalov, either in straight sets or in 4 sets. And this is my prediction of the semifinals. I have given my thoughts about today's matches. This was a recap. And thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.